Welcome to Unity San Francisco. Happy Sunday to everybody who is watching us online in our Zoom room or on YouTube. We are so delighted that you've chosen to spend this morning or afternoon, wherever you are in the world, with us here. Let's hear it for this incredible band. Art, Luke, and Brian. And let's hear it for this day. This is just a magnificent day here in San Francisco, and as my good friend Paul Hasselbeck continues to say in my mind, I know it's a beautiful day in your consciousness. Right? So let's open ourselves to the truth. In the seat back in front of you and online, you can read along with us. We have these booklets for Lent of 2026. And we're going to read today reading ahead from March 31st, an auspicious day because it's my birthday. And I am celebrating another year around the sun. But today, we get to reimagine. And today, I reimagine confidence. If insecurity seems to impede the way forward, then affirming confidence opens a landscape of joy and light. No matter what might be going on around me, I know that within me, what is within me will carry me through any experience. I am continually guided. I see myself as faith-filled, resilient, and resourceful. Now and every day, I pause to soak up all the knowingness that I am blessed. I have been given a human body and a spiritual essence. As I continually fill my cache with well-being and the security and surety, knowing that God is my source, I glow with light and love, a positive outlook, and a sacred intention. I envision my way forward filled with a deep awareness of this day. Indeed, every day is sacred. Whatever decisions I choose, paths I take, or steps I make, I confidently affirm that every day is a blessing and a beautiful opportunity to move forward. I celebrate my life. We have an affirmation that goes with that celebration of life. I reimagine confidence. Can you know that with me? I reimagine confidence. And we celebrate. We celebrate what is, and so it is.
Forget your troubles. Come on, get happy. You better chase all your cares away. Shout hallelujah. Come on, get happy. Get ready for the judgment day.
Happy days are here again. The skies above are clear again. So let's sing a song and cheer again. Happy days are here again.
Forget your troubles.
Happy days
Come on, get happy.
are here again.
You better chase all your cares away.
Again.
Shout hallelujah. Come on, get happy.
Again.
Get
Happy
ready
days
for the
are
judgment
here
day. The sun is shining.
All together.
Come on, get happy.
Now.
The Lord is waiting to take you
Can't doubt it now.
Shout hallelujah and just get
About it
happy.
now.
We're
Happy
going
days
to the
are
promised
here
land. We're heading across the river. Soon your cares will all be gone.
There'll be no more from now on.
From now Happy times, happy days are here again. Callie Carvajal.
Lisa Brown.
Good morning, good morning. My name is
Wow.
Misa Malone, and I am your Minister of Music, and I'm happy to be platform assisting today with our President of the Board.
I'm Tom Lenoble. I'm your board chair, and boy, was that a song to get us started. Let's hear it for him again, right? You know, and I want to say, Misa, we were up to something yesterday that we want to share with you because we were singing songs and marching in the street, and one of my favorite parts, before we even tell you about it, was when people watched and looked at us and knew we were from a church. It was, the reactions were just priceless. Tell them about it.
Yes, so we made the decision that we were going to stand for what we believe. And, you know, in a lot of protests and a lot of marches, people go out and they say what they don't want. And I saw some amazing and very entertaining banners and posters yesterday. I think one of my favorites is Trump is as bad as the lyrics to MacArthur Park. For those of you who don't know, that's that Someone Left the Cake Out in the Rain song. Yeah. You know, there was so much creativity. But we decided that we want to make sure that our message of a world that works for everyone, no exceptions, no exclusions, no excuses, is what we stand for. So, as you see, this is us holding our banner. All of our t-shirts, by the people, for the people, all the people, liberty and justice for all. And we were out there yesterday. Some of us were marching. Some of us were waiting for the marchers to arrive. But all of us were out there standing up and showing that we walk our talk. Yes? Yes.
And one thing's for sure, we get to see Tyler's energy here. I saw the inner Tyler. I mean, I saw something I didn't know exist of dancing in the street, walking backwards with a megaphone, and entertaining. I mean, he was the march unto himself for me, a part of it. So yeah, I was, you know.
Yes, Tyler he's embodied that he is going to be that beacon for what he believes. And he has been actually walking and marching and using his voice, coming out in his cape with his bullhorn, and really just showing up in those spaces and places where that voice needs to be heard. So yes, thank you, Tyler. Yes, yes. So this is something that we're going to do, and there are going to be additional opportunities. If you want to sign up to march with us for the next opportunity, please let myself or Ken or one of the staff know, because I believe there's a little something happening in June.
There is. The day before Pride, that Saturday, is not going to be a parade. All the organizations, San Francisco Pride, Dykes on Bikes, the People's March are all coming together for a march on Saturday. Same route, Ferry Building Inn, ending up in the Civic Center. And I think it's going to actually end up being just like yesterday around the country. And so that's going to be another chance coming up where our voices. I know I was looking this morning at some of the statistics about around the country, and it was huge, record-breaking, and even outside of our country, people with the same message about what's going on in our country. So there's nothing like having your voice heard.
Yes, by the people, for the people, because it's going to take the people to move the needle. It's going to take us using our collective power. I think I heard someone say yesterday, ain't no power like the power of the people, because the power of the people don't stop. What? I know, right? That preach.
Yeah.
That's just good as a chant. Ain't no power like the power of the people, because the power of the people don't stop. So we're going to make sure that we continue to flex our power, lift our voices, and show up in those spaces and places. Yes. All right.
Great. So I hope you got a bulletin when you came in. Everybody, anyone need a bulletin? Our ushers, who we thank so much for their service, will bring you one. And inside that, you're going to find the spiritual connection card. You all can share in there a little bit about yourself. It keeps our records clean, and also we know about you, but we're going to come back to it later in the service. And now, what about if they're a first-time guest?
Well, if you are a first-time guest, and I do see a few faces out there, hopefully we'll have an opportunity to connect before the day is over. We do have a gift for you right here in the foyer on the table. If you're online, we will drop a link into the chat. We want to make sure that we are welcoming you and connecting with you and telling you what it is to be part of this vibrant, amazing, yes, I am absolutely biased, community of spiritual beings. So please let us know if you're a first-time guest.
So we have guided meditations. How many people were here this morning with Reverend Elizabeth? I heard it was really special about the pond water of our mind. I loved it when she was telling me about it. That happens every Sunday morning at 10:15, 10:45. Monday through Friday at noon, 15-minute pick-me-up with a prayer chaplain. Just do that in the middle of the week one day or all days, and center yourself is a great way. And then on unitysf.org, we have archives of meditations of different lengths. All of our music and previous talks are all there. I know, as you hear me always say, I've got one song by Misa. I got her to sing it in Maui when she came and sang with me when I gave the talk recently. That is my go-to song when I need a little bit of a reminder that it all fades into God.
Yes. So we do have an announcement to make. Just before we go into our community song and we have our interactive meet and greet, we will be transitioning our Zoom room. So this week will be the last opportunity that you will have in service to meet and have community with our online family. I challenge each and every one of you to stop by the Zoom room and say hi. As the music team takes the platform, come on, y'all.
Yep.
As the music team takes the platform, we are going to move into our community song. So I'm going to ask you to rise as the music inspires and moves you to join us in this song. And then following the song during the meet and greet, please stop by and say hello to our lovely online family. Sound good?
Hi, online family.
Awesome.
Sing along.
The Zoom room will be transitioning. Basically, they will be needing to watch the services on YouTube, and we will still be having the spiritual salon after service, but we'll talk more about that later. But now, get up and let's party.
It might seem crazy what I'm about to say. Sunshine, she's here, you can take a break. I'm a hot air balloon that could go to space. With the air like I don't care, baby, by the way. Because I'm happy, clap along if you feel like a room without a roof. Because I'm happy, clap along if you feel like happiness is the truth. Because I'm happy, clap along if you know what happiness is to you. Yeah. Because I'm happy, clap along if you feel like that's what you wanna do. Hey, here come bad news, talking this and that. Yeah, give me all you got and don't hold back. Yeah, well, I should probably warn you, I'll be just fine. Yeah, no offense to you, don't waste your time. Hey, here's why. Because I'm happy, clap along if you feel like a room without a roof. Because I'm happy, clap along if you feel like happiness is the truth. Because I'm happy, clap along if you know what happiness is to you. Yeah. Clap along if you feel like that's what you wanna do. Happy, bring me down, can't nothing. Happy, bring me down, my level's too high.
Happy,
to bring me down, can't nothing.
Happy,
bring me down, a level's too high. To bring me down, can't nothing. Bring me down, my level's too high. To bring me down, can't nothing. Bring me down, because I'm happy. Clap along if you feel like a room without a roof. Because I'm happy. Clap along handshake, a hug, a toe tap, a fist bump. Please say hello to our online family. Hey! Because I'm happy.
Can somebody bring the kids up? Casson, 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 Casson. Hello, welcome back, everybody. Welcome back. Woo! Bruno, skip ahead to my class. So, everybody, as you're coming back, and all of our folks online, especially our folks online, I'm teaching a class especially for people who are watching us from around the world. Starting Monday night, I'm teaching Unapologetic Manifestation, the book I've created, as a 10-week course to dive deep and to create whatever it is that you want to create in your life, whether that's financial resources, whether that's enriching relationships, vibrant health, leisure time, and vacations at the beach. That's what I'm affirming for myself and my family this year. Come on in, kids. And the class starts on Monday night at 5 o'clock Pacific time. It's all on Zoom, so you can do it from anywhere in the world. And I invite you to ask me more about it or to click on the link behind you on the screen and sign up today. We have a great group of about 20 people already gathered, and there's room for more. So come join us and create the 2026 you really want. And I can sense the kids behind me. Yes. Hello there. Hello, family. So we have a blessing for our children and the world's children, and especially children in war zones, especially children who are marginalized and taught that they can't be who they really are, or struggling to find a family and a system that supports them. We know that most of us didn't hear this affirmation that I have on the screen behind me growing up. We were told how to be a good kid and what a good kid was. But that truth is that these kids already are, and all the kids of the world are already perfect because they are made in the image and the likeness of God. So we see it in you. And we affirm it with these words, kids. And I invite you to, I'm going to say it once, and I invite you to repeat it after me. You are God's perfect expression of divine life. We see you and we love you exactly the way you are. Can we all know this together? You are God's perfect expression of divine life. We see you and we love you exactly the way you are. Amen. All right, go have fun. Are we getting closer to the party, Kayla? Yeah, they get points for gather to do a party where they get to just play and they don't have a spiritual lesson. But they are the spiritual lesson, right? So, with that, I'm going to invite Callie to come forward on platform and to grace us with one other song before my talk. Callie, take it away.
May you have auspiciousness and causes of success. May you have the confidence to always do your best. May you have faith in your embrace. No. There was no confidence right there. I'm so sorry. Thank you. What am I singing, guys? Yeah, this is real. This is real.
You gotta love
You
live
know,
TV.
this is real. This is what happens. Sometimes you get lost. Or a lot of the times you get lost. But here we are. And I just want you to know. I know, I'm winging it. Thank you. How about we? I don't know. Can we switch it with Smile?
No, you both know It All Fades Into God.
We do.
Or we could switch it with Smile.
Well, no, we need to save that for later.
Oh.
Let's do It All Fades Into God. This is all going to fade into God. Sure.
Can we sing it
Okay.
together?
Oh, wait. Ha-ha. Never mind. Callie Carvajal.
Yeah, I kind of need some words for this one. This is wordy. And you know,
they're right.
there's just a lot of things we need to know, especially about ourselves. May you have auspiciousness and causes of success. May you have the confidence to always do your best. May you take no effort in being generous, sharing what you can, nothing more, nothing less. May you know the meaning of the word happiness. May you always lead from the beating of your chest. May you be treated like an esteemed guest. May you get to rest. May you catch your breath. Yeah. And maybe the best of your todays will be the worst of your tomorrows. May the road less paved be the road that you follow. Well, here's to the hearts that you're gonna break. Here's to the lives that you're gonna change. Here's to the infinite possible ways to love you. I want you to have it. Here's to the good times we're gonna have. You don't need no money. You've got a free pass. Here's to the fact I'll be really sad without you. I want you to have it all. 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 May you know the meaning of the word happiness. May you always lead from the beating of your chest. May you have unquestionable health and less stress, really. Having no possessions, though immeasurable wealth. May you get a gold star on your next test. May your educated guesses always be correct. And may your wins and prizes shining like diamonds. May you really own it each moment to the next. And maybe the best of your days will be the worst of tomorrows. And may the road less paved be the road that you follow. Well, here's to the hearts that you're gonna break. Here's to the lives that you're gonna change. Here's to the infinite possible ways to love you. I want you to have it. Here's to the good times we're gonna have. You don't need no money. You got a free pass. Here's to the fact I'll be sad without you. Want you to have it all. Want you to have it all. I want you to have it all. Have it all. Have it all. Thank you.
Kelly
You're welcome.
Howie, that was worth the wait. Woo-hoo. Absolutely worth the wait, wasn't it? Woo. When I was younger, I saw a show on Broadway called Signs for the Search of Intelligence Life in the Universe. It was written by Jane Wagner and performed by Lily Tomlin. And it was an amazing show. This absolutely phenomenal piece of theater, and I had to go back and see it a second time. And in the play, one-woman show, Lily Tomlin on stage, captivating the Broadway house. She would pantomime all through the show, picking up a needle of an old-fashioned phonograph and putting it down, and as she did, the sound would go on, and the music that was supposed to happen would play. And second time I see the show, she goes to the certain part in the play, she picks up the needle, puts it down, and the wrong song comes on. And she stops dead, and the sound goes off, and she does it again. She puts the needle down, and the wrong song comes on again. And she backs up, and she looks at the sound booth, and she says, I'm going to stand here, and you tell me when it's okay to go forward. And the whole audience, packed Broadway house, goes silent. Everybody's watching every moment. She gets a nod. She goes forward. She picks up the needle. She puts it down. And the song comes on, and she goes on with the play, and the room explodes. Explodes. The curtain call that day, everybody was leaning forward, and everyone was with her at every moment because they knew it was live and precarious. That weren't watching something that was happening rote. The ovation at the end of the show was 10 times the first time I saw it because there was a mistake in it, and we all knew how precious each moment is and how everyone's performing their best. And it's our life lesson. It is our lesson for right now that everyone is trying their best even when it goes all wrong, especially when it goes wrong. That we are human beings having this experience, and that we should be cheering for each other like that theater exploding for Callie when it finally all comes together. Because that's all of us. That's each and every one of us just trying to get through life. My talk today is embrace your inner Pollyanna. And you know, Pollyanna in our society has become a pejorative. Oh, you're so Pollyanna, right? It's like, it's not meant as a compliment, but Pollyanna was the most popular story of its time. When it was written in the early 1900s, there were 14 Pollyanna books written. It was the Harry Potter of its day. There were several movies made. It was sequelized. It was everywhere. There was Milton Bradley games based on the book Pollyanna. And it was called the Glad Game. It was called the Glad Game because the story of Pollyanna was anything but naive. Pollyanna was an 11-year-old orphan who had lost her mother and father. Her father was a minister. I wonder why I like the book. But he dies and leaves Pollyanna. She has to go and live with her aunt because she has no other family. And she does cry. She knows exactly what is going on. She has the hard feelings, but her father had taught her this game. Taught her this game that when things arrived, they were missionary barrels, as she talks about, that people would give donations to the missionaries who are out working in helping people. And whatever came in the barrel is what they had. And they would hope for. She'd ask for certain things, and the barrel would come, and she'd ask for a doll for her birthday. And the barrel came, and they didn't have a doll, and it had a pair of crutches, children's crutches. So the 11-year-old and her father sit there and go, so what if we turn this into a game? How can we be happy about what we have rather than sad for what we don't have? And they started playing the game every day of their lives. So whatever happened, Pollyanna would play the Glad Game. And when she moves to her aunt's house, she goes through this little Vermont town teaching all these people how to play the Glad Game. And little by little, she changes all of them. She's not naive. She cries herself to sleep some nights. She's not without intelligence. She has to search for a way to get through a life that would have most of us curled up in bed with the covers over our head. But she finds a way not only to thrive, but to survive in those moments. And it is an inspiring book. I recommend it. You can get it on Kindle. You can get it on Audible. I've been listening to it all week on Audible. And it is really funny, and it is really rich. And it is how we change things. I want to talk about this metaphor. Right? You always hear this. Is this glass half full or is it half empty? Right? It's the perennial question. And what I like to say about it is the glass is 100% full, folks. It's half filled with water and it's half filled with air. They're both the things we need to survive. We couldn't survive without either of them. And the idea that there is something missing is the problem. The idea that there is something lacking in this is the whole issue of how we're taught. You know, I don't come to this optimism naturally. Or maybe I do. Let me take that back. I come to the optimism naturally, but I also had it beaten out of me and carefully taught not to be. When I was in show business, when I was in New York trying to be a professional actor, when I was seeing that show, I would be going on auditions all the time. And I was always sizing up the competition, and I was sizing up the directors and the choreographers, the people who were doing the casting directors, and all of that struggle and all of my competition and comparing and despairing and struggling. But I did all the work, and I had found new thought. I had found affirmations, and I was doing the work. One day, on my birthday, same exact time as this, God, a long time ago. I won't tell you how many years ago this was. But I go to a callback at a Broadway theater for a role that I really wanted, a job I really wanted. And I went into the callback, and the only thing I did different was I sent love to the casting director, to the musical director, to the choreographer, to the assistants, and to everyone who was behind the table, I assumed judging me. I gave them appreciation, not with words. I said the words they wanted me to say. I did the dance steps they wanted me to do. But in my heart, in my eyes, in my consciousness, I shifted to seeing them as working for me. I see them happy. I see them getting the cast they needed and their show being a success. And on the stage that day, on my birthday, they said, "Congratulations, you've been hired. You're going to Broadway." And that shift from judging, criticizing, worrying, comparing, and despairing to loving is monumental. And it's what changes each and every one of us every day. What we focus on, we create. There's a sign out there in one of our windows that someone said, "Thoughts are things." And that is a great catchy phrase, but it's not that they're things. That thoughts create is the energy, because it creates in you, and it creates a possibility. Focus and thoughts shape reality. They do it emotionally, they do it rationally, relationally, rationally, and biologically. And I write in my book, true happiness isn't determined by the external events of our lives, but the understanding and attitudes we bring to those events. And this happens to us. It happened to me in my life. We are culturally conditioned to shift things, right? The world we live in teaches us that skepticism is healthy. You should make sure you're not getting ripped off. You should be sure that you're getting a fair shake. You should be very, very careful with what you put on the internet. You should be careful about who you speak to. You should look sideways as you're walking down the street, because you never know what's going to happen. You never know what's going to happen to you. And that jadedness becomes part of our armor that we think keeps us safe. But what's really happening is that it's not clarity, it's not protection. The strategy to stay safe, is building a wall around us. It's making us bitter. It's making us less trusting. And it's closing us off. And what we're protecting against sometimes is very funny, right? What we're really protecting against is being disappointed. Well, great. Let's lower all the standards so we'll never get disappointed. Let's not try for that job. Let's not try for that relationship. Let's not try for that intimacy, because we may be betrayed. We may not get that job. We may not get that relationship. We may not get that house. So we better not try at all. It's just safer to stay small and to play safe. And then often we are worried about looking foolish. Well, I let go of that a long time ago. I want to make you laugh. I want to look foolish. Alan Klein, right, with his rubber noses on his face, has no problem looking foolish, right? Because the clown nose makes us all stop. The mistake makes us all go, whoo, let's lean in. Let's play. Let's play. Just like we bless the kids. They want to go downstairs and play. They want to do things that are creative. And we don't take those risks. We're carefully taught not to take them. But really, those walls that we build also block our joy. They block our connection with each other. They block our creativity. So we end up feeling safe, but desperately unhappy. We end up feeling, I've got this. But we don't feel like we belong to anyone else or any other organization or group of people. And we feel like no one will notice if we don't show up. Or no, it's our birthday. And that leaps back to cultural conditioning. So I'm not going to do anything. I'm going to stay small. I'm going to stay away. I'm going to stay hidden. And it is this never-ending circle. This circle of pain that we keep just going round and round. And we have to interject it and stop it. You know why? Because neuroscience now proves to us And science proves to us that optimism and positive thinking actually change us physically. They change who we are. Positive thoughts increase serotonin, create calmness, focus, and well-being in your life. And they also reduce cortisol, the stress hormone, and helps us regulate our bodies just by using positive thoughts. You don't need to take a pill for that. You need to change the way you think. All right, take the pill and change the way you think. All right? You can do both together. You can be holistic in your treatment of yourself and know that your mind and your thinking is the most powerful medicine you can take. Optimism also strengthens our immune system. Positive people are shown to have a higher functioning immune system. They get less colds, they call out sick less, they do all these things. And research shows that positive emotions can actually increase antibody response. Did you know that? That positive emotions can improve antibody response in our bodies. So why shouldn't we want to do this? Why shouldn't we want to take on a positive attitude? Because you don't want to be Pollyanna, right? Ooh, people will think I'm naive. People will think I don't see what's happening. That doesn't mean you don't acknowledge the pain. In the book, Pollyanna acknowledges the struggle people are in, but you still look for the good. You play the glad game in the middle of it. And here's one of the most important ones for me, because I have this goal. I have a personal goal, and one of my research shows that if you share a goal with people that keep you committed to it, that you actually are 33% more likely to be successful in your goal. So my goal is to live to 100. All right? So my birthday's coming up. I won't tell you how many I have, but I'm going to be 67. So I have 33 more years on top of that, right? So I want to live to 100, right? So I want to share that with you, and you can call me accountable. What is on that? Optimists live longer. So how about this? I don't want to. I'm going to live to 100. I'm going to live to 100. And I'm going to be vibrant and healthy in that living. Positive attitudes are linked to lower blood pressure and reduced heart disease and heart risk. By changing your attitude, you improve your metabolical health. It's just the way it is. Positivity isn't a mindset, it's longevity, right? It's how you make it to those milestones of your life. True happiness isn't determined by the external events, but by the understanding and attitude we bring to those events. I have had death, sadness, lack, loss, pain, struggle in my life. And yet, I have a beautiful, whole, magnificent, loving life and family. That's what I want to focus on. That's what I want to shift. And just like Pollyanna, I'm not naive. Pollyanna wasn't naive. She was regulating her nervous system before neuroscience was even a thing, right? But it was known that when we regulate our emotions and shift from, oh, poor me, poor me, poor me, to, what good is coming out of this? Actively seeking what could be happening, we get to be different. So I invite us to take back the word Pollyanna. I invite us to shift the understanding that people who are optimists are not naive. They are actually smarter than the rest of us. And to give up, right? Yeah. To give up this jaded coolness, right? This sophisticated nonchalance, and be so happy for people's success. So happy for the little things in life that make things better. So happy for people failing, because they're trying, for mistakes because they show a great effort. That's the world I want to build. That's the community I want to live into. And that's the life that I am inspiring myself by giving this talk, to let go of my cynicism, to let go of my worry. There's scripture, that Jesus is quoted as saying, anxiety will not add a day to your life. So this is an ancient philosophy proven by neuroscience today, that letting go of worry and stepping into life is what we should be doing. In reclaiming Pollyanna, I'll leave you with this. Perhaps we should call her wise, not foolish. Perhaps we should be called foolish for thinking that cynicism and jadedness is something we should aspire to. Amen. All right? Let's take that. I'll take that amen. Thank you. And let's take that to our time of meditation. We're going to do it a little bit differently today. So I want us to practice this. So I'm going to invite you to, for the moment, to get ready for your meditation, to get things off your lap, to let yourself feel the chair. For those of you at home, I invite you to do this with us as an exercise in shifting your brain chemistry and shifting yourself. So be fully present. Turn off any other devices, turn off anything that might distract you, and to let these words and this moment of meditation shift you. So with your eyes open for this moment, hear what Misa and Callie are going to sing for us, and watch this beautiful screen.
Today's a new day, but there is no sunshine. There's nothing but clouds in my heart, and it's dark, and it feels like a cold night.
Today's a new day. Where are my blue skies? Where is the love and the joy I've been promised? So I know it's alright.
I almost gave up, but a power that I can't explain fell upon me like a shower now. I smile, even though I hurt, see I smile. I know God is working, so I smile, even though I've been here for a while. I smile, smile, so hard to look up when you've been down. Sure would hate to see you give up now. You'll feel so much better when you smile. So smile.
Smile. Smile with your heart. I invite you now to close your eyes if you're comfortable doing that, and to see inside of you, into your heart space, as you smile with your heart. No matter what's going on in your body, in the world, acknowledge it and smile into it. For the world needs this positive energy, this focus of happiness and joy, of infinite possibility. I invite you to breathe once again and smile with your mouth. To feel how that feels on your face, to actually smile. To let your teeth be shown. To feel how it feels to giggle at yourself. To take ourselves less seriously and more importantly. Our well-being is ours to regulate. Our happiness is ours to create. So let's play the glad game. Bring to your mind's eye one thing that you want shifted in your life. Just one thing. See it. Feel it. And the glad game is to find one thing in the situation, in the current situation, that you can be glad about. It might be as simple as the situation isn't permanent. It might be as meaningful as I have the power to change it. And feel into that gladness. Imagine yourself now living into that wholeness, into that capacity, into that joy, into that connection, into that community. See the ripples of your happiness coming from your little world out to your family, out to your community, out to your neighborhood, to your country, your planet. The ripples continue as you continue to shift from a human doing to a human being. Being the light of happiness, being the joy of connection, being the love that changes everything. I smile, even though I hurt. I smile, for today I shift everything. In the silence, see your smile radiating out across time and space. In this moment, see your physical body lifted to new heights. And see every cell and atom of your body responding to this positive energy, so that your heart, your lungs, your mind, your organs all are lifted. Your being radiates love and light, and you are forever changed. I smile. I smile. I smile. Even chair dancing.
Today's a new day. Everywhere is sunshine. Not a cloud in the sky, and it's light in my heart, and it feels right. Today's a new day. Nothing but blue skies. Full of the love and the joy that I'm promised. Everything's alright. I almost gave up, but the power that I can't explain fell upon me like a shower now. I smile, even though I hurt, see I smile. I know God is working, so I smile, even though I've been here for a while. I smile, smile. It's so hard to look up when you've been down. Sure would hate to see you give up now. You feel so much better when you smile. So smile, smile for me. Would you just smile for me? Smile for me. so much better when you you feel 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 so much better when you smile.
I almost gave up, but the power that I
Can't contain is flowing through me like a river now. Right now. Woo! I smile, even though I hurt, see I smile. I know God is working, so I smile. Even though I've been here for a while, I smile, smile. It's so hard to look up when you're down. Sure would hate to see you give up now. You look so much better when you smile. So smile, I smile. Even though I hurt, see I smile. I know God is working, so I smile. Even though I've been here for a while, I smile, smile. It's so hard to look up when you've been down. Sure would hate to see you give up now. You look so much better when you smile. So smile. Kelly Carvajal.
Leave some alone.
So I'm going to tell you, I am smiling inside, and if we're not happier and your little immune system, T cells and B cells aren't activated. Reverend Ken, thank you for always
Yes.
lifting us, teaching us, and by always bringing a little Broadway into our lives. It's always, so I want to share something with you. Reverend Ken told you it was his birthday, and I know this to be true for myself, so I know it's true for him. One of the best things we could do for his birthday is, if you've read his book, even if you haven't, to leave a review of that book and think of it with a happy birthday message to him.
Aww.
And Ken, we wish you the happiest, healthiest birthday and year ahead as you lead up to that 100 mark. Yes. And we love you.
Yes. Awesome. So, in your bulletin, there's a spiritual connection card. And in the spiritual connection card on the back, there are some spiritual practices. These are just different things and different ways that you can carry this message through your week. And you can kind of identify what resonates for you. So this week, you could choose to name what's working, right? You could choose to
shift the story.
Ooh. I feel seen. This week, you could choose your focus.
And this week, you could choose to practice better, not bitter.
There's also space on there for you to write your own, whichever, if something resonated with you, if there was something that he said that feels a little bit more like something that you want to anchor, you can write that on there. And as the ushers go around, as we move into our offering, you can drop that into the offering basket.
That's right. And we have a spiritual discussion group that's happening after service. You can go downstairs, grab some food, go into the conference room with our online community, hello, and go a little deeper, or something got you going about what the talk was today. I also want to share with you that when the changes that we're doing will not stop the spiritual discussion group. Nope. So what will really happen is we'll all be on live stream or YouTube, and you'll sign on and move right to that spiritual discussion group. So that opportunity's there to still be with our wonderful online community, and we love you out there.
Absolutely. We want to make sure we're still sowing into the community, and that includes our friends online. So we're moving into our time of time, talent, and treasure. Tom, do you want to say a little something about that?
Yes, you know, I was reminded today about our teachings about time, talent, and treasure. And time is not only about the spiritual time we have with ourselves to grow and develop spiritually, but how we share that with others. And of course, our talents can be the same way, and our treasure, we all know that. Right now, we're doing our Promise program, and I wanted to share you from the board perspective, from my perspective, what that means. We do a budget every year, and that budget says the foundation of what we can do going forward, and we're in the final stages of that. And the Promise program is merely to let us know what you're thinking. It's not like we're going to come following you around about it. It really gives us a base to work from of how we make all this happen. So if you haven't done the Promise program yet, I would encourage you to do it. I did it this week, and look, I'm still here. I'm still standing. In fact, I feel a little lighter, and I feel as I look around all this, knowing that I, from my own treasure, was able to make part of this happen. Yeah?
Absolutely. The other thing to bring to mind for those of you who might be new to our community so that you have an understanding, if you are a member of the community, you are part owner of this community. And if those of you who came from Bush Street, and there's only a few of us, we know what this looked like when we got here. It did not look like this. This looks this way. This is this welcome, open, beautiful space because of your giving. In fact, this band is here because someone gave. I am here because someone gave. This music program has been able to live and grow. Our AV capabilities, our AV team, our ability to support our online family, that was all because of someone saying, I am fed and I want to sow into this community. So that's a way you can do your treasure. Talent, you can always join the choir. Easter's next week, rehearsals on Wednesday.
We have a QR code.
Yep. And we also take half pounds of 50s and checks. So if you have your phone, you can scan the QR code. There is an envelope in the seat back in front of you. The QR code is also in your bulletin. In fact, you can sow into this community however it best feels for you.
Yes, thank you.
And we have an affirmation. We will know this together, shall we?
Ushers?
Oh, the ushers, come on down, ushers. Come on down. All right. So this is our affirmation. Shall we know this together? I give with abundant love and joy. As I give, I receive. Yes.
And
So it
upcoming is, believe it or not, next week is Easter. But first of all, before I forget, today after service, after fellowship, Reverend Ken, we're doing resurrection narratives this afternoon, here only, so please join in. We have a full Easter service coming up for you, and it's going to be great, as usual. This is a very, very special place on Easter. Thank you for all you do to make that so special. Something I know I look forward to. So it's coming up, right?
Yes, indeed. And if you don't know what the resurrection narratives are, that's where Ken takes a metaphysical look at the stories of the resurrection of Jesus in the Bible, breaks them down and introduces you to things that you probably missed on your first or second pass through. Highly recommend that you join that class. All right.
That's right.
So this is our own. She said it. You heard her a couple of weeks ago. This is her spiritual home. So Lisa Almond Baldwin is going to be offering a program for us, Living Authentically, Shifting from Fear to Fierce. This is a 6-week live virtual journey into deeper spiritual alignment and courageous living. This is going to be something that is presented in conjunction with Unity San Francisco and a couple of other Unity centers. But basically, it is an experience that will gather a diverse circle of like-minded spiritual seekers and will be fantastic. So this is going to be on Wednesdays, April 8th through May 13th at 5:30 PST. And I believe that this is going to be on Zoom. So if this is something you're interested in, please check out the website for more information.
And we have a prayer chaplain retreat coming up. As you can see behind me, the dates for that are all listed there. There's a love offering for it. And anyone that's been through the affirmative prayer workshop is welcome to come. You know our beautiful prayer chaplains, how important they are. You always tell me, don't take it away, and if you've got a joy, anchor it before you go. So the retreat is coming up for that helps, keep them in great shape and bringing in new people as we look at our prayer going forward.
Absolutely. We have a number of spiritual connection groups. Our next one is Game and Spirituality, beginning on the first Wednesdays, but we also have our Spiritually Feminine Mindful Miles and the Scriptures Revisited, where we take a metaphysical look at the Bible with Rev Ken. So if that's something you're interested in, you can find more information on the site.
And if you would like prayer, speaking of prayer, find somebody with a stole after service. They'll be around. Don't take it home with you. And if you've got a joy or you're just feeling that happiness from today, anchor it before you leave here today.
Excellent. And we want to say a giant thank you to J.D. Schramm and Laura Putnam, who sponsored hospitality today. So we're going to have some lovely brunch this afternoon. Thanks to J.D. and Laura. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
You too can sponsor hospitality.
You can sponsor hospitality. You can sponsor the band. We will be open to any way you want to
Come
sew.
together as a group, come together as a threesome, come together as a group, whatever you want to do.
Whatever
right?
you want to do. So we want to say thank you. It truly takes a village. So thank you to our AV team, to our usher greeter team, hospitality, kids and family, the music team, the music team.
And those of you online,
and all
we love
of you. And we love you, online family. Thank you so much. All right, we are moving into our final song of the day. So, stand as the spirit and music moves you and join us as we sing High Hopes.
Okay, this one moves kind of quick, but hopefully you'll catch it. You ready? 2, 3. Have to have high hopes for a living. Shooting for the stars, cause I know I'll make a killing. Only have a dime, but I'm staying to my vision. Always have high hopes. Have to have high hopes for a living. Shooting for the stars, cause I know I'll make a killing. I know that I am that one in a million. Always have high hopes. Mama said, fulfill the prophecy, be something greater. Go make a legacy, manifest destinies. Back in the days we wanted everything. And Mama said, burn your biographies, rewrite your history, light up your wildest dreams, museum victories. Every day we wanted everything. Mama said, don't give up, it's a little complicated. All tied up, no more love, and I hate to see you waiting. Have to have high hopes for a living. Shooting for the stars, cause I know I'll make a killing. Only have a dime, but I'm staying to my vision. Always have high hopes. Have to have high hopes for a living. Shooting for the stars, cause I know I'll make a killing. I know that I am that one in a million. Always have high hopes. Mama said, it's uphill for riders.